Hi, it's Ken. Welcome back to my channel. Well, we have another student from Colombia and also in hot water and trying to use the justice system to try to keep them from being deported themselves. This is from the Epic Times. I don't have a writer, so let's get into this. A federal judge in New York had ruled that immigration officials may not detain a Columbia University student while she challenged her potential deportation following her arrest at a pro-Palestinian protest earlier this month. The judge issued the ruling from the bench during a hearing in Manhattan, stating that the government has not presented sufficient evidence to justify immediate immigration detention of a 21-year-old Yi Song Chung. Chung, a permanent resident who lawfully immigrated to the United States from South Korea at the age of 7, filed a lawsuit against Trump and senior administration officials. She is seeking to halt an effort by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to remove her from the country, which her legal team argues is politically motivated. Chung's lawsuit alleges that she was targeted for participating at a peaceful sit-in at Barnard College on March 5th. Why is she doing this in another college? The sit-in was part of a broader wave of pro-Palestinian demonstrations on U.S. college campuses following Israel's military campaign in Gaza, which was sparked by the Hamas-led October 7, 2023 terrorist attack on Israel. You know, we have a lot of these jokers saying, oh, yeah, we're trying to protest peacefully for Palestine and supporting Hamas at the same time. Make that make sense. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, described the protest as pro-Hamas, characterizing her conduct as concerning, and moved to revoke her permanent resident status after she was issued a desk-apparent ticket and released by New York City police. DHS agents quickly moved to initiate deportation proceedings, visiting her parents' home and searching her Columbia dorm, the lawsuit stated. So, what it stands is she went into one of these protests that disrupted the college, and unfortunately, you know, since Trump was back in office, he was not going to tolerate these protests that's being disrupted in many of these colleges across the country. He just threatened Columbia University with stripping of $400 million to start with, and then an additional set of money. Now they're trying to deport the head of this protest in another case. And of course, you had these judges coming up with these TROs, temporary restraining orders, across the country. It's just buying time for them to, hopefully they can find a way to, you know, to screw around with the Trump administration and claiming they're hoping that they would turn the tide against the president, which has not. His popularity is still going up, just like Tesla stock, still going up. People want these, the public want these people deported, the illegals, and of course those who do these peaceful protesting out as well. I mean, peaceful is just, you know, you just go around in a circle with signs and then go and that's it. You don't sit down someplace or destroy stuff. Well, I'm not saying she did any destroying, but sitting down and she getting arrested. Unfortunately, you just gave them an excuse for them to come pick you up. Unfortunately, you have a green card or a permanent residence or something, and you're from, and you're not born here, and you were given permission to resettle here, that could be revoked and you could be sent on your way back. That's something to think about. I guess Being in college was not smart enough for her to figure that out, wasn't it? Except for getting the lawyer. This is Outcast saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop.